Hey, do y'all like my top? Cake little top with little daisies on it. There's hairs. That hair is brown. My hair is not brown anymore. How long has that been there? I am going to do the throwback tag, and I've been meaning to do this one, but I could never be bothered to get the photo albums out because I'm lazy and I just got them. But 3. First question is, what year were you born in? I was born in 1993. 90s baby, 90s child. Of course, 2013, that was 20 years ago. Do you have any pictures of yourself when you were younger? If you do, show them. Now, this is the reason why I had the photo albums. Now, this one is a very old photo album, and it ranges from August 96 to August 98. So, it ranges from when I was almost 3 to when I was almost 5. Of course, I didn't say what month I was born in. I was born in September, so that's why I said almost 3 and almost 5, because of course it's August. This is a rather lovely, attractive photo of me in a ball pit. And there's me on my 3rd birthday. My 3rd birthday, how lovely. Oh, it's my 4th birthday. There's a bit of like darkness on this photo, but look at that face. It's kind of cheeky. You can't really see me very well, there's something on my face. See, I was playing games at a young age. That's why I'm so obsessed with the PlayStation. Sorry if they're not really that in focus, I can't really tell. This was at a park, and sorry for the light. On this rocket thing, and when I was up there, one time I actually fell down there and fell on the floor, and like, it's quite a big drop. I was like, that's a bit dangerous. And the weird thing is this park's changed now, but it used to have this really tall orange like curly slide, and my brother at the end of it, he stood up, and like I stood up and jumped off of it, and he stood up and did the same thing. And by that I mean the end of the slide, you know, where it's like that much off the ground, and he copied me and he fell and landed on his arm and he broke his arm. That park wasn't very good luck for us, was it? This one actually continues from the last one. It starts from August 98, so when I was almost 5, to August 99, so when I was almost 6. This was my first day of school, and like I used to have a full fringe, you know, like all the way across my head, and well, I had one recently, and of course I straightened it, but I used to have one when I was a kid, and like obviously didn't straighten it, and it was just this bunch of curls on top of my head, and I'm just like, why? Why did you let me go around like that? Do you see? Do you see that bunch of curls on the top of my damn head? How could my mum do that to me? Look at Jordan. Okay, this photo is brilliant. Like, we used to have like these really crappy Halloween costumes when we were younger. It was literally this little plastic cape, and then my brother had these really horrible devil horns that dug right into your head, and I had a little plastic witch's hat, and we had lanterns. We decided to swap. I look so evil. I don't know what he's staring at here. This is a more recent album, so I'm not like a young kid in this, but I am still a kid. It was when we had my puppy Kira. So yeah, it ranges from September 2003, which is of course when I would have been 10. It ends April 2006, so of course the year that I would have turned 13, but my little Kiri. Kira isn't the dog I have now, that's Jenna that I've got now. We lost Kira when she was 3. I'm getting so carried away with the photos here. Lovely. don't know why, but it kind of reminds me of Corny, Shane Dawson's dog, the way I've got her sat. My 12th birthday, and then my first day of secondary school. Oh god, it's awful. This is me with my friends on my birthday, and Jordan as well. With our little glow sticks. I just found photos of my 13th birthday, so much for it finishing just before my 13th birthday. It clearly has my 13th birthday on there. Yeah, there's more. Oh, it ends in July 2007 actually. Yeah, I just found pictures of my 13th birthday, and like this was like my worst, not my worst birthday ever, but my 13th birthday is where I had the most awful photos of me, because I look really fat in the stomach way, like it's literally hanging out, and like my hair is awful. I had it cut like 2 months for my birthday. I had 3 inches cut off. I don't know why. I wanted it to look like it did when I was 10, so I just wanted it like at my shoulders, but I had too much off. I judged it wrong. And then I also, at the end of the summer holidays before I went back to school, so it would have only been like 2 weeks before my birthday, I decided to cut my fringe, and I like cut it to like there, and oh my god, it was awful. My hair had started to grow back by the time a year later, and it was an okay look. Oh god, look at us. You know what, we really look like each other there. That photo kind of looks like it's meant to be a photo of me and my dad, and then George just in the background like. I feel like more than half of this video is going to be the photos. What TV shows did you grow up watching? I grew up watching Cartoon Network, and so I used to watch like Dexter's Laboratory, Ed, Edd and Eddy, which was my favourite, Courage the Cowardly Dog, Powerpuff Girls, Johnny Bravo, and Cow and Chicken. What did you want to be when you grew up, and do you still want to be that? No, I don't still want to be it. I at one point wanted to be a teacher, and another time I wanted to be an actress. Yes, I would still like to be an actress, but I'm not going to be an actress. Show a video of yourself when you were younger. It would be way too awkward for me to show a video because they're all on like VHS. I'm gonna just skip that one because I showed so many photos. What were your favourite toys to play with? I like to play on the PlayStation. Barbie. I like to play with my Barbie dolls and my Polly Pockets. What's the most embarrassing thing you can remember doing? I don't know. I can't remember doing anything embarrassing. There's embarrassing things which I don't remember doing, but I know I did, like the picture I showed you in the ball pit. I peed in there. Next question. Read something you wrote when you were in kindergarten. I'm not American. Sorry. Yeah, I'm not American. So something I wrote when I was in reception. I don't know where any of the things are that I wrote in reception. 3 songs you loved to listen to as a child. I don't know. I liked Working Out Barbie because it came with my Working Out Barbie doll. What was one funny thing you dressed up as for Halloween when you were younger? Well, I showed you those pictures of me dressed up as a witch for Halloween. I never dressed up as anything else. They did improve. I did 1 year ago as a witch's cat, and then I started going as a devil. Tell a funny story of something you remember happening when you were young. Well, off the top of my head, I can't really think of anything funny that I remember, but once again, like the other question, I know I can tell you a funny story of something that because my mum told me I did. Basically, we went to this place, and I don't really know where it was, some kind of nursery thing for my brother or something. I was only young, I was probably like 2, my brother was a baby, and when we went in there, this girl came up to me and she just pushed me like for no reason, and my mum said she was a little bitch, and well, I was causing terror in the place, and just thinking about it, Mum said this girl was a bitch because she came up to me and pushed me, yet I was picking up the children and swinging them around and then letting them go. I was a bit evil. I was very evil as a child. So yeah, I was just like swinging these kids around like, woo, let them go. And then suddenly I clocked sight of this little bitch that had come up to me and pushed me. And so I just like stopped what I was doing, and I just walked straight over to her and went slap right across her face. All I can say is go baby Tash. Are there any special things you've kept from when you were a child? I have a dress from when I was a baby, but that's like way back in my wardrobe and I kept able to get out. I got quite a few things from when I was younger, like a lot of, I don't like getting rid of stuff, so I still have a lot of things I had when I was a kid. And here's one thing, which was the first thing I thought of, and it's my Charlie, and I don't remember how old I was when I got him, or where I got him, or who gave him to me, or whatever, but I love him, and he's like all squidgy. What was something weird you used to do as a child? I wouldn't say I had OCD, because I think people use that term wrongly, because it's, as it is, obsessive compulsive disorder. It's a disorder, and I am not like it anymore, so I clearly don't have a disorder. I was kind of obsessive and compulsive about things, and I used to have to kind of reverse something. So basically I had to make it even. In PE and stuff, if we had to like spin around, I would quickly spin back around the other way, so it was reversed. I don't know what I had in my head to think that it would why it was such a bad thing, but also if we ever went out with the dog, we'd have to walk back the exact same way. And once my mum walked in a circle and I like went crazy, and then she was like, look, we'll go out again and we'll do the opposite way. And I was like, okay. We never did in the end, but of course I got over it. Other things was like, if I opened the car door, I would have to be the one to close it. And a few times I would open the car door and I would get in or get out, depending on what it was, and someone else would close it for me, and I would scream and tell them to open the door again so that I could close it, so that it could be even. And it was the same as if someone opened the door for me, I would want them to close it for me, because otherwise I would scream. What's the scariest thing you remember that happened to you as a child? The thing is, thinking about it now, it probably wasn't that bad, because I knew the way back home. I went out on my bike with some friends down who lived like 2 doors down, and their parents, and my brother and one of the guys was ahead, and I was back with the rest of them. And then I decided to zoom on down to my brother, and then I decided to go back, but when I went back they were gone, because they'd obviously gone a different way. And then I went to go ahead to find my brother and this other guy, and they were gone as well, so I didn't know where I was, and I was like really confused, and I just ended up getting really upset, and I was just like terrified, because it happened to be the time that I didn't take my phone out, and I was 10 at the time. And thinking about it now, whenever I think about 10, I think that was quite old, and I'm thinking, really, was I really like that at 10? Why can't I just ride my bike home? I wasn't very far from home, and I knew the way back, but I was just really worried about being by myself riding my bike the way back, because it just seemed scary down the cycle path. How is the world now different from how it was like when you were a child? Well, it's very different, because basically throughout the time that I grew up, a lot of things have changed. There's YouTube, smartphones, and the touchscreen, and then back then my mum used to have this like brick of a phone, and it wasn't even coloured, and then there's HD TVs, and back then we just had this little square thing. Our house phones had cords. Back then I didn't get a phone until I was 10 years old, and now you get like 5-year-olds with iPhones. That was the tag. I'm hoping it wasn't really long, and I tag the usual Amy, Bailey and Gloria. Let's see if they do it. See you in my next video. Bye.